6 habits that wreck your circulation after 60. Do your legs feel heavy, swollen, crampy, or tingly? And you think, it's just part of getting older, right? Well, it might not be. These signs often mean your blood isn't circulating the way it should, and that could be affecting much more than just your legs. Poor circulation is like a river that flows too slowly. The water loses strength, starts collecting debris, and stops nourishing life along its path. When your blood doesn't flow properly, your body misses out on oxygen and essential nutrients at the right time, opening the door to high blood pressure, chronic pain, varicose veins, and even the risk of blood clots. And here's the worst part. Some everyday habits you repeat without even noticing might be silently sabotaging your circulation. These small, seemingly harmless actions build up over time, and without prevention or treatment, can end up requiring urgent medical intervention. Many people only realize they have a serious problem when they already need strong medications or even invasive procedures. But there's a much better way: taking action before the problem sets. And the good news is that with just a few simple daily changes, you can reverse much of the damage and significantly boost your health. In today's video, you'll discover 6 common habits that harm your circulation after age 60. Plus, I'll show you exactly how to avoid each one and share simple, natural strategies to enjoy lighter legs, less swelling, and a lot more energy without expensive or complicated medications. Before we get started, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. And don't forget to subscribe to Age with Strength for clear, science-based health and wellness tips for life after 60. Just a quick note, the information in this video is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for evaluation, diagnosis, or treatment by a qualified healthcare professional. If you have persistent symptoms or any concerns about your health, seek medical advice. Poor circulation isn't just a cosmetic issue, and it's definitely not something that happens just because you're getting older. It's actually your body's silent warning sign that something deeper may not be working as it should. According to the American Heart Association and research published by the Mayo Clinic, more than 60% of people over the age of 60 show some degree of venous insufficiency or circulation problems in their legs. And here's the most worrying part. In many cases, these signs go unnoticed until they develop into serious, often irreversible problems. Blood works like a messenger, traveling throughout the body to deliver oxygen and essential nutrients to every organ and tissue. When that journey is slowed or interrupted, your body starts sending signals: swelling in the ankles and feet, leg pain, a constant feeling of heaviness, nighttime cramps, and in more advanced cases, wounds that take forever to heal. If these signs are ignored, your chances of developing serious complications skyrocket. Things like large, painful varicose veins, persistent high blood pressure, deep vein thrombosis, and even heart and lung problems. The tricky part is, these issues don't appear overnight. They creep in slowly over months or even years, often without intense pain in the beginning, which makes many people think it's nothing serious. And to make matters worse, several seemingly harmless habits we repeat every single day could be quietly speeding up this process without us even realizing it. That's exactly what we're going to talk about now. Those everyday habits and how to fight them with simple, natural strategies. You'll see that in many cases. Small, daily changes make a much bigger difference than any treatment that comes too late. Now that you understand how vital circulation is for your health and quality of life, let's get to the crucial question: which seemingly harmless habits are damaging your circulation every day without you even knowing it? We'll start with the simplest habit and work our way toward the most dangerous and complex one. That way, you'll see step by step how these small actions can hurt your circulation, and why you'll want to stick with me until the very end to discover habit 1. The most common and the most dangerous and first on our list, habit 6. Might seem totally harmless, but it could cost you dearly when it comes to your health. Habit 6. Ignoring your body's warning signs. One of the biggest mistakes many people make after turning 60 is downplaying or ignoring the warning signs their body sends: tingling in the legs, swollen feet, nighttime cramps, pain when walking, or dark patches on the skin are often dismissed as just part of getting older. And because of that, they don't get the attention they deserve. But ignoring these signs can be a serious mistake. Your body is like a loyal friend. It always lets you know when something isn't right. And poor circulation, for example, almost never appears out of nowhere. It develops slowly, sending out small clues over time. Clues that, if noticed early enough, can make a world of difference for your health. A bit of swelling you blame on hot weather or standing too long could actually be a sign of venous insufficiency, a condition where the veins struggle to send blood back to the heart. If left untreated, this can lead to painful leg ulcers, deep vein thrombosis, and even more serious heart and lung problems. Another common example is frequent tingling. Many people assume it's just bad posture or pinched nerves, but in some cases, it may indicate impaired circulation or even neuropathy linked to diabetes. Likewise, recurring nighttime cramps may mean your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen due to poor blood flow. Here's the thing, your body rarely shouts in the beginning. It starts by whispering, sending subtle signs that can easily go unnoticed if you're not paying attention. And it's exactly in this early phase that you have the best chance to prevent complications and protect your quality of life. Practical tip: watch out for persistent swelling, leg pain, tingling, purple or brown patches on the skin, wounds that won't heal, or a constant feeling of heaviness. Keep track of when these symptoms appear and what situations make them worse. Seek medical evaluation to identify the cause and start the right treatment as soon as possible. Acting early can save you months or even years of discomfort and drastically reduce your risk of serious complications. Habit 5. Wearing tight clothing. Many people don't realize it, but the clothes you wear can have a direct impact on your circulation. Tight pants, socks with overly tight elastic belts, or even snug underwear can act as a physical barrier to blood and lymphatic flow. When fabric compresses a specific area of the body, especially around the legs and waist, blood and lymph have a harder time moving freely. This can create a kind of traffic jam inside your vessels, leading to swelling, heaviness, tingling, temporary numbness, and even an increased risk of developing varicose veins. The problem gets worse when these clothes are worn for long periods, especially in hot weather. Heat naturally causes your blood vessels to dilate as a way to help regulate body temperature. If, at that moment, they're being squeezed by tight clothing, the effect is even more harmful. Pressure on the vessels increases and circulation suffers even more. On top of that, tight clothing can restrict your natural muscle movement, which reduces the action of the so-called muscle pump in your legs, a crucial mechanism that helps push blood back toward your heart. With less muscle activity, blood tends to pool in the lower limbs, causing discomfort and increasing the risk of circulation problems over time. It's also important to understand the difference between regular tight clothing and medical compression stockings. Compression stockings are designed to provide graduated pressure that actually improves circulation, while conventional tight clothing squeezes unevenly and can have the opposite effect. Practical tip: choose comfortable clothing made from flexible, breathable fabrics that allow free movement and don't leave deep marks on your skin. If you need to wear tighter pieces, give your body breaks by alternating with looser clothing throughout the day. Only use compression stockings under professional guidance, since the level of compression must match your needs. And whenever possible, change into looser clothes as soon as you get home to let your body, your circulation breathe better. Habit for not drinking enough water. Water is the body's vital fuel. It's involved in nearly every essential function, from digestion and nutrient transport to temperature regulation, toxin elimination, and of course, blood circulation. When you don't drink enough water, your blood tends to become thicker and more viscous. This extra density makes it harder for blood to move through your vessels, forcing your heart to work harder to pump and distribute it. The result? Added strain that can contribute to poor circulation, high blood pressure, swelling in the legs, and a constant feeling of fatigue. Dehydration also directly affects your lymphatic system, the network responsible for draining excess fluids and removing toxins from the body. When you're not properly hydrated, lymph fluid moves more slowly, leading to fluid buildup in tissues, often showing up as swelling, especially around the ankles and feet. Since the human body is made up of about 60% water, even a small loss, just 2% of that volume is enough to reduce physical and mental performance and impair circulation. And keep in mind, feeling thirsty is actually a late sign by the time it kicks in. Your body is already running low on fluids, A common misconception is that chugging a lot of water all at once will solve the problem. In reality, your body absorbs fluids best when you drink small amounts consistently throughout the day, keeping hydration levels steady. Practical tip: keep a water bottle within reach and set reminders throughout the day to take a sip. A general guideline for healthy adults is between 1.5 and 2 liters of water a day. More if it's hot or you're more physically active. Alternate plain water with unsweetened herbal teas like chamomile, mint, fennel, or hibiscus, which also help keep you hydrated. Avoid sugary drinks, artificially sweetened beverages, or excessive caffeine, since they can have a diuretic effect and increase fluid loss. Check your urine color. Pale yellow usually means good hydration, while darker urine means it's time to drink more water. Drinking water regularly is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits for keeping your blood flowing smoothly, reducing leg swelling, and boosting your daily energy. Habit 3. Eating too much salt, including hidden salt. Salt is an essential seasoning in the kitchen, but when consumed in excess, it becomes a silent enemy of your circulation. It contains sodium, a mineral that, in large amounts, makes your body retain fluid. This fluid retention increases the volume of blood in your vessels, raising blood pressure and making it harder for blood in your legs. To return to the heart, the tricky part is that it's not just the salt you sprinkle on your food that counts. Most of the sodium we consume is hidden in processed foods like bread, cookies, cheese, deli meats, instant soups, seasoning mixes, pickles, and even some breakfast cereals. That means even if you don't add much salt when cooking, you could still be consuming far more than you think. According to the World Health Organization, the recommended daily sodium intake for adults is no more than 2 grams, about 1 level teaspoon of salt. But the average intake in Brazil is almost double that amount. And that extra sodium is enough to increase your risk of high blood pressure, heart problems, and poor circulation. When excess sodium causes your body to retain fluid, it's as if your blood vessels are constantly under pressure, and over time, that ongoing strain weakens the walls of your veins and arteries. This explains why many people with high blood pressure also experience swelling in their legs, ankles, and feet. Practical tip: cut back on refined table salt and use aromatic herbs like rosemary, thyme, oregano, and basil to flavor your dishes. Always check the labels on packaged foods if the sodium content is over 200 milligrams per serving. Think twice before eating it. Cook more meals at home so you can control how much salt goes in. If you want, you can use light salt or Himalayan pink salt in small amounts. But remember, they all contain sodium. As you reduce your salt intake, you'll likely notice your body naturally loses excess fluid. Your blood pressure becomes more stable, and your circulation improves noticeably. Habit 2. Frequently crossing your legs. Crossing your legs is almost automatic. We do it while chatting, watching TV, working at the computer, or waiting in line. Most of the time, we don't even notice how long we've been in that position. And because it seems so harmless, this habit often gets overlooked. But when it becomes frequent or prolonged, crossing your legs can significantly harm your circulation, especially if you're already prone to varicose veins, swelling, high blood pressure, or have a family history of venous problems. When you cross your legs, you compress the veins located along the inner thigh and behind the knee. These veins act like one-way streets, carrying blood from your legs back to your heart. When you squeeze them, you're essentially creating a temporary roadblock for blood flow. This slows circulation and, in some cases, can even cause blood to pool in the lower legs. Sluggish circulation from leg crossing can lead to symptoms like visible swelling in the ankles and fetae, feeling of heaviness or fatigue in the legs, tingling, or temporary numbness worsening of existing varicose or spider veins, according to studies published by Harvard Medical School. Staying in this position for long periods temporarily increases venous pressure in the legs. For those with a predisposition, this can speed up the development of circulation problems and, in more severe cases, even contribute to blood clot formation. Another important detail: many people tend to cross their legs the same way every time. This creates an imbalance in circulation, putting more strain on one leg than the other, which can cause uneven symptoms and more localized discomfort. Practical tip: whenever possible, keep your feet flat on the floor with your knees slightly apart. Change your position throughout the day to avoid prolonged compression. If you must sit for long periods, stand up every 30 minutes to walk a few steps, or do gentle ankle rotations. You can also place a small stool or footrest under your feet to keep your legs slightly elevated and encourage blood flow back to the heart, with simple posture adjustments and a little more awareness of how you sit. You can ease the strain on your legs and significantly improve circulation, preventing discomfort and future problems. If crossing your legs for too long can already compromise circulation, imagine what happens when you stay completely still for hours. This is the most critical and, unfortunately, the most common situation affecting the health of millions of people over 60. We're talking about a silent habit that's easy to fall into and over the years becomes one of the biggest enemies of healthy circulation. Habit 1: sitting for long period spending hours. Sitting is without a doubt one of the worst habits for your circulation, and sadly, it's also one of the most common after 60. Whether it's watching TV, scrolling, on your phone, reading, doing crafts, or working at the computer, many people spend a large part of their day in this position. And while it may seem harmless, it can have serious consequences for your circulatory system and your overall health. When you stay seated for long stretches, especially with your feet flat on the floor and your legs still, your calf muscles stop. Acting as a natural pump, this pump is essential for helping blood overcome gravity and travel from your legs back to your heart. Without it, blood moves more slowly and tends to pool in your lower limbs, leading to swelling in the feet and ankles. A heavy, tired feeling in the legs, tingling, or temporary numbness increased risk of blood clot formation, or into research published in the American Journal of Epidemiology. Sitting for more than 4 hours at a time increases the risk of developing circulation problems by up to 50%. This happens because, in addition to slowing down blood flow, your body burns fewer calories. Your metabolism slows, and your blood pressure can rise. In other words, the impact goes far beyond your legs. A common mistake is thinking that working out once a day is enough to make up for hours spent sitting. The truth is, your body needs frequent movement throughout the day, not just a single workout session. Even people who go for walks or hit the gym can still suffer the negative effects of long periods of inactivity. Another important point: prolonged sitting also affects your spinal posture and your breathing. Abdominal compression limits lung expansion, which reduces oxygen in the blood and contributes to that constant feeling of fatigue. Practical tip: stand up every 30 minutes and take a few steps around the house. Use these breaks to stretch your legs, move your feet, and rotate your ankles. If you can't stand up, flex and extend your feet repeatedly, as if pressing down on a pedal. This simple movement activates your calf muscles and encourages blood to flow back toward your heart. If you're watching TV, use commercial breaks as a cue to stand up, walk, or do a quick stretch. Whenever possible, alternate sitting with periods of standing or moving around. Making these small daily adjustments dramatically reduces your risk of swelling, pain, and circulation problems, while also improving heart health, posture, and overall energy for daily activities. Now that you know the main habits that hurt your circulation, let's look at how you can help your body work in your favor. These 3 simple tips can be applied every day, and you'll notice real results in just a few weeks. 1. Light exercise to boost circulation. Physical activity doesn't have to be intense to improve blood flow. Simple movements, done regularly, help your blood circulate more easily. A very effective example is the foot and ankle exercise, while sitting or lying down. Flex and extend your feet repeatedly, as if you were pressing on a gas pedal. Do 3 sets of 20 movements for each leg, 2 or 3 times a day. This movement activates your calf muscles, known as the peripheral heart, which help pump blood back to your heart. Another option is to take a light walk for 5 to 10 minutes after long periods of sitting. 2 foods that naturally boost blood flow. Certain foods contain compounds that dilate blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and improve blood fluidity. Some great examples include beets rich in natural nitrates, which help widen blood vessels. Ginger stimulates circulation and has anti-inflammatory effects. Garlic helps lower blood pressure and improves vessel elasticity. Citrus fruits provide vitamin C, essential for healthy blood vessels. Incorporate these foods into your diet regularly. choosing simple, natural preparations. Avoid fried foods and excess sugar, as they can harm circulation. 3. Massage with natural oils or a rosemary foot. Soak gentle leg massage helps stimulate blood flow back to the heart and relaxes your muscles. You can use natural oils such as coconut oil, olive oil, or almond oil. Massage in upward strokes, always toward the heart. Another great alternative is a rosemary foot soak in a basin of warm water. Add a handful of fresh or dried rosemary leaves. Soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. The warm water helps dilate blood vessels. While the rosemary stimulates circulation and promotes relaxation, these practices, combined with reducing the harmful habits we've talked about, will help keep your legs lighter, less swollen, and give you much more energy for your daily activities. Taking care of your circulation isn't just about avoiding discomfort in your legs. It's about preserving your independence, your energy, and your quality of life, so you can keep doing the things you love. Whether it's going for walks, playing with your grandkids, traveling, or simply waking up ready to enjoy the day. The good news is that most circulation-damaging habits can be changed with small daily actions. And the earlier you start, the sooner you'll feel the difference. Lighter legs, reduced swelling, more energy, and a body that works better overall. Did you know there are hundreds of natural solutions proven, safe, and within your reach to relieve pain, regulate blood pressure, improve sleep, aid digestion, and even help control diabetes as part of a complementary approach? If you're interested in a more natural, smart, and effective way to take care of your health, you need to check out the Natural Healing Guide. This complete ebook brings together the best of natural medicine: herbs, essential oils, supplements, home remedies for blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, pain, skin health, and much more. And the best part, it's filled with clear, safe, and practical instructions, even for beginners. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment on this video. Grab your copy today. Now tell me, which of these habits do you feel you most need to change? Write it down in the comments. Your experience could inspire and help many other people facing the same challenges. And if this content helped you, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with friends and family. Let's work together to spread high-quality information so more people can live with health, energy,